Fight on, men and women of blue and white, fight on with all your very might. Horses high is our battle cry. Fight, horse heads, fight. Keep up the courage to keep goals in sight. Fight, horse heads, fight. For a horizon that is bright. Keep fighting, old, white, and blue. Shall ever walk a path that's straight and true. Raise your head up to the sky for horse heads high. With a final score of 37-6, I think it was 37-6, my Horseheads Blue Raiders beat the Union Endicott Tigers in the sectional 4 division playoffs, and we're going to the sectional title game. I am pumped. Let's go. I have a lot to talk about. Gotta get my chair ready. There we go. Oh, gosh. Actually, let me fix it. There we go. It looks a little... Actually, let me... Sorry, I set this up in a hurry because I was like really excited. Because I have a few things to talk about today. Obviously, Horseheads won. Yay. I have a Blue Hammer Award to give out. Yeah. So, this is a big win. For sure. But I can't help but feeling it's also rather bittersweet. Because... I mean, win or lose, this is going to be the last home game Horseheads has this year. It's true. They have to go play against Vestal next week, and then if they win, they go on to the state tournament. Where they'll probably... I mean, listen, we haven't beaten a team in the Section 3. We haven't beaten a team from Section 3 after... Actually... When's the last time a team from Section 4 actually went on past the first round of the state playoffs? I don't know. But the point is, it very well may look like win or lose. Like, this is the last home game Horseheads has. And so, all we can do now is hope and pray that next week is a favorable outcome. Before I get into that any further, I have a Blue Hammer Award to give out, and you know what? I think this kid is looking like the MVP of the team. I really do. I gotta give it to number 11. I do. That number 11, again, I don't need names, so it's not too embarrassing anyway. That number 11, he's looking like a real MVP of at least, Horseheads. I'm not entirely sure if he'll be up for the Ernie Davis Award. It's basically, for those who know, Ernie Davis was a very great football player who went to Elmira Free Academy, back when Elmira Free Academy was Elmira Free Academy. He went to Syracuse, got drafted in the NFL, but sadly he died of leukemia. Very sad, very tragic, but his memory lives on, and they made an award they made it named after him, for a great football player in the area. Again, I don't know if number 11 could win the Ernie Davis Award. Personally, I think he could, but I don't know if he will. You know what I mean? So, it's a little up in the air on that. But, yeah, this was a great win all around. Horseheads came ready. When Horseheads beat Union Endicott the first time at Union Endicott, they beat them 20-13. A close game. This wasn't close. After losing to both Corny and Vestal, Horseheads came out mad as hornets. As well they should. Now, it doesn't take a genius to figure out that if Horseheads plays even half as good as they did last night, they're beating Vestal. It also doesn't take a genius to figure out that they have an uphill battle against them. I mean, they're going away all the way to Vestal against... Listen, pretty much any and all the Binghamton area crowds hates Horseheads. I'm trying to say this in proper grammar. Any of the Binghamton area high schools, Binghamton, Union Endicott, Vestal, they all hate Horseheads. In fact, even back when I was there, going to any of those schools, it was always 6-0 due to officiating. So, they got an uphill battle against them. But in the words of a great coach that I had, former Horseheads coach, that I'm sure someone from my area who's watching this is probably piecing together right now. If all of you guys do what you're supposed to do, then the W will take care of itself. You just got to execute. And that's exactly what happened. And here's the thing. Yeah, Horseheads lost to Vestal 28-7 last time. But, like, that first half, it was pretty close. Like, if Horseheads just managed to score at least one more time, it's a whole different ballgame. I think Horseheads can do it again. I think Horseheads can finally break through and win a Section 4 title. Which would have been the first in, almost 30 years. It'll be tough. But it's doable. You just gotta hope and pray. So, yeah. Not entirely sure if I'll be able to go to that game, but I'll definitely be cheering Horseheads on. Plus, yesterday was just a great day all around. At the game, I ran into some friends of mine, watched the game with them for a little bit, went to Nick's for dinner afterwards. So I really got, for those of you who keep paying attention to my Cutler list for the 607, don't worry, I am going to be doing a post about Nick's soon enough. I just got to get like a couple more photos. I was there last night, I did take a couple photos. It's just, I'd rather get like one other thing and then I'll do it. But it'll be coming eventually, don't worry. So you're probably wondering, what am I going to do for the rest of this video? Well, yesterday was a late night for me because I saw a movie. I actually have Hulu, so I got to see Quiz Lady, which was a very good movie. If you haven't seen the trailers for Quiz Lady, it's basically a movie starring both Awkwafina and Sandra Oh. That are these two sisters. Awkwafina is sort of like a recluse, lives by herself, really introverted and quiet. Meanwhile, Sandra Oh, her sister, is the exact opposite of that, but she's also sort of like a struggling, actress. She has good intentions, but she doesn't know what she wants to do in life, what she wants to get out of life, or anything like that. Not to mention, she's waiting for money from a lawsuit. But one thing that the Awkwafina's character loves to do is watch a show called You Can't Stop the Quiz, which is hosted by a character played by Will Ferrell, which I gotta make one thing clear. Like, Will Ferrell is one of those characters where I know a lot of people really love him and a lot of people really do not like him. Me personally, I'm somewhere in the middle. Like, when he's playing a role in which it's very clear the director doesn't know when to say cut and turn off the camera, Will Ferrell can be very annoying. But I want to make one thing clear. He's had some really great and funny performances. He was great in the Lego Movie. Step Brothers really is kind of a guilty pleasure of mine, and so is Ricky Bobby. Without a doubt, though, his best character is Ron Burgundy from the Anchorman movies. And also Robert Goulet from SNL. He doesn't mean Robert Goulet. Goulet! Anyway, but this is a very more subtle, subdued, down-to-earth sort of character that Will Ferrell plays, and Will Ferrell's great in this movie. Like, I truly do believe, like I know that Jeopardy has Ken Jennings and Mayim Bialik as like their host, but I really do buy that Will Ferrell could be a game show host. He'd make for a great game show host. You don't want to do it, but I think he'd make for a good game show host. I really do. But again, for some reason, Awkwafina and Sandra Oh's character's mom got in trouble with like the mob. They owe $80,000, so they take Awkwafina's dog, and so Awkwafina's like, so Sandra Oh's character is like, have Awkwafina go on the quiz show because she nails everything. and they beat out this one sort of like, he's a nice guy, but turns out he's kind of a jerk named Ron. And I mean, this really is a funny movie. I mean, listen, it's Sandra Oh and Awkwafina, so of course the script has it where they make jokes on a couple of Asian stereotypes. I'm not going to say what they are because I don't want to risk getting canceled. In fact, I think the fact they even mentioned the fact there's Asian stereotypes in the movie, like, might get me canceled. Look, it's 2023. Everything gets you canceled now, apparently. Hopefully that will not happen. The point is, like, this is a funny movie, but there's also some heart to it. There really is. You know, Sandra Oh and Awkwafina really do bring the best out of each other. And I have to say, like, the times I've seen Awkwafina in movies, they've been like The Bad Guys, which I have to do movies on, and Crazy Rich Asians is probably my first time I ever really saw Awkwafina play a character at all. And she usually plays more of like, for comedy, sort of like a comedic relief character. This movie proved that Awkwafina legit has range as an actress. Meanwhile, you have Sandra Oh, who plays a few more dignified roles. I mean, my experience with Sandra Oh personally have been watching Turning Red, that one Pixar movie that came out last year, and she plays the mom on Invincible, which I actually saw the first episode of season 2 yesterday. It was awesome. Maybe I'll do a separate video on Invincible at some point. The point is, like, both characters really do a great, like, both Sandra Oh and Awkwafina have amazing chemistry in this movie. They do. Like, I buy the fact that they're sisters. I buy the fact that they're both complete opposites of each other. I buy the fact that at the end of the day, they love each other. Seriously, there's like one running subplot, well, not a subplot, but like a flashback, where like their cousins like don't like them or respect them, but all they have is each other. Like, that's really sweet. That's really endearing. You never really see that enough in movies nowadays. And it's very delightful. And again, Will Ferrell in this movie is awesome. Like, I was shocked just how, like, subdued of a performance Will Ferrell had. Like, really, everyone in this movie's good. Like, Tony Hale plays, because, like, when Sandra Oh and Awkwafina, like, travel for the audition for You Can't Stop the Quiz, they stop at this one, Benjamin Franklin Hotel in Philadelphia, where, like, Tony Hale plays Benjamin Franklin, and he's trying to, like, stay in character, but it's very clear it's kind of difficult to do. It's basically kind of like a Renaissance fair, only, more closer to the modern day. Who else? I forget the name of the actress, but the woman who played the grandma on 2.5 Men, she's in the movie, and she's really funny. Yeah, this movie was just great. It was nice doing a movie. I've been meaning to do like a movies for a long time. I'm glad I finally got to do something like this. And I'm really glad to see the actors and actresses like Awkwafina and Will Ferrell, like, they have range. It's just unfortunately because, you have one good performance doing one type of performance in a really critically and commercially acclaimed movie that you immediately have to be typecast into that role. Like, I get why they do that because, it sells, it makes money, people like that. I get that, but it can only go around for so long. This is definitely a movie where it subdues a lot of expectations. And I mean, it's pretty obvious. If you like any of the aforementioned actors I mentioned in this movie, you're going to like this movie. I mean, heck, I wouldn't be surprised if people watch the movie just because they're huge Will Ferrell fans. And yeah, Will Ferrell is the host of the game show, and yeah, his presence is known throughout the movie, but you don't really get to see him or interact with him until like the third act. I mean, you see him in like flashbacks of like old episodes of, the show, including this one lady who's played by Maria Bamford, who like got so nervous she got like the lowest score in history on that show. It's, again, if you don't think this is the kind of movie, it's sort of like a buddy sort of journey traveling, coming, I wouldn't say quite coming of age, but sort of like coming out of your shell type movie. If none of those things work for you, this won't be the movie for you. But, if you do like the actors and actresses in this movie, and you like the trailer, sure, I totally recommend you give it a watch. I had a lot of fun watching it, and I totally recommend the movie. I hope you'll like. Speaking of things I hope you like this video. For you to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on social media. And as always, I'm very home. Let me make this video for all you guys watching Joe for Hope we have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Saturday. I forgot to say happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, everyone. And remember, if any of you guys want to talk, channel is going to be here to lend you know all that. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby. I almost pointed at the fact there was I'm wearing the jersey tomorrow. I almost pointed at the 6, but there's no 6 there. This is awkward. Have a nice day, everyone.